Hello, I'm just going to share some data from last Mill Road summer and from the current situation. This is taken from the council's data. So if you look in 2019 car movements on Mill Road, everything is significantly dropped. So around the period from June to early August, when the traffic started again, the Mill Road Bridge was open. But you'll see a significant decline in traffic, a real reduction, down to about a third of what was there before. If we come across to look at the impact of COVID-19, the data is significant for the year. Of course, it shows the flows of traffic on the three sites, Mill Road, Tennyson Road and Mill Road. And you will see as we come into the lockdown period, the data completely falls away. So it just shows how much how much of the traffic reduced during Mill Road summer. Now, bus movements over those two periods again, you can see that a significant drop during the shutdown of Mill Road Bridge and an increase again when the shutdown ended. Bus movements for Mill Road for this year, just ebbs and flows as you might expect it. And there does not seem to have been a drop-off for the lockdown period. Now, large good vehicle movements on Mill Road. During the Mill Road summer, as would be expected, the large good movements reduced. Now, this is significant, and it kept on reducing, and then as soon as the closure of the bridge was over, it increased again. Now, if we look at large goods vehicles on Mill Road during 2020, you can see this is quite significant and a drop-off as we go into the close down period. If we look at the car movements over the major routes during this time, you will see that a real drop-off on Mill Road, on the two Mill Road census machines, a real drop-off, and a very slight increase, on Hills Road, and it's spiking and ebbing and flowing. And the same for Coldham's Lane, a very, very small increase, not massive, but it's there. There was an increase if you compare it with the data for the rest of the year. It's not quite like for like, but there is an increase in traffic on Coldham's Lane, but not significant. A bit more significant on Hills Road, but again, not massive, but a real drop away. So that leaves a lot of questions as to about where did the traffic go? Did it disappear, or did it use other routes? But it didn't significantly increase on Hills Road or on Coldham's Lane. If you look at the situation for 2020, there's a spike here on Tennyson Road, is that one? No, Newmarket Road. For some reason, during February, I suggest something else must have happened in the city for that to happen. Experts will, of course, know what that was. And again, a real drop away, so traffic reducing. Interesting that these cameras were left in place after Mill Road summer. And then large vehicle movements during 2019 to 2020. The impact of Mill Road summer, obviously a drop away again on the two cameras on Mill Road. And the light blue being Coldham's Lane, a little increase again for large good vehicles, a small increase, and an increase on Hills Road. Well, that increase is quite large, but Hills Road is built to take that sort of traffic. Mill Road definitely isn't. And so is Coldham's Lane, really. I'm not saying that it's a good thing that they come into the city at all, but really driving them off of Mill Road was quite important. And here we have for the situation 2020, and again, that massive drop-off, not unexpected, of course, because of COVID-19. So just a brief preview of some data. This is City Council data. This is not something that we've constructed. It's a direct lift off the City Council stats. And, you know, the significant points, of course, is that if you want to close Mill Road in line with the active travel routes that the government is talking about, or if you want to reduce the amount of cars on Mill Road, there is already a plan, there's a roadmap, and there's a significant plan and a significant indication of what happens to the traffic. Not particularly displaced. So I'll just leave you with that and hope it was useful.